r/AskReddit by Reddify. What moment of your life would have gone viral if it had been recorded? My husband is a bit of an active sleeper. He has done all sorts of things in his sleep. Eat, make coffee, check the mail, move furniture. I wish we had a camera in our house to capture the night we fell asleep in the living room and he picked me up and carried me to bed. I woke up along the way. He wasn't super gentle and he dropped me on the edge of the bed. I bounced right off. Wasn't my life, but I watched a swarm of what I guess was 13 to 16-year-olds try to rob this older guy who just started punching them in the face and fighting back. He won by a lot. It was pretty messed up. They scattered but he really hurt 3 of them. We were in the middle of math class and a lot of us were being quite loud, talking, etc. While the teacher was talking, he got really upset and started yelling at all of us. He is normally very calm, so we were all shocked and speechless. When he was done, there was complete silence for a solid 20 seconds. No movement whatsoever. When all of a sudden, the Mario theme started playing. We all looked to where the sound was coming from to see one of the kids scrambling his phone out, saying sorry, that is my ringtone. Thinking about this moment never fails to make me laugh. If you are enjoying the video, please give a thumbs up and leave a comment. Join my Discord server, link in the description. Walking home to the dorms wasted in the winter. Lose my balance and fall against a parked car's hood. Roll/flopping down the hood onto my back in front of the car. I'm laying there for a few seconds when the car's light flash and the siren blasts a single whoop whoop. Oh fuck. I say out loud. It's the police. I get up and start running. I make it as far as the 20 feet to the other side of the street and try to avoid the single chain and post fence lining the dorm's walkways. My foot clips the chain and I face plant right into a snowbank. My dad is going to murder me. I think to myself as I lay there, waiting to be arrested. But the footsteps that had been coming after me stop, and uproarious laughter ensues. With my head buried in the snow, I'm not sure if the officer or officers said anything. All I heard was laughter as the car door closed and the patrol car drove off. Not believing my luck, I scrambled out of the snow and stumbled back to my dorm. I was freezing at that point, and one of the girls on the floor took pity on me, wrapped me up in a blanket and we watched Fight Club. That's also the story of the first night I spent with my wife. We were hiking and came across someone in a lowered sporty car, stuck in the mud out in the middle of nowhere. We started helping them try to dig their car out of the mud, only to have a truck, friend of driver, show up and immediately get stuck as well. Car owner called for more backup, bigger trucks, and they all proceed to show up, one by one, and get stuck in the mud. One of the trucks caught on fire. Driver absent-mindedly set down a high-powered, heated flashlight on his center console. Truck driver got so mad his nose started bleeding and wanted to kill the original car driver stuck in the mud. It was like one of those comedy movies where everything went wrong. As a teen, during a game of one-on-one, I tried to toss the basketball to the other guy by bouncing it off my crotch. It worked fine, except I'm not built like a Ken doll. So I just power slammed the ball into my dangly bits and fell to the ground. Probably the time I was messing around with my family at the park and punted a basketball the full length of the court, only to nail my little brother in the head. Luckily he had a helmet on. Unluckily he was riding a scooter and went down pretty hard. The day I woke up to my husband raging at his video game. I know what you're thinking. How would that go viral? Well, on top of the yelling, I walked into the room to find him drop kicking the shit out of our recliner and then ripping his shirt like he was the Hulk. That was a whole new level of rage I've never seen him reach over the past 9 years we have been together. I wish I would have recorded the moment. I was walking home and saw my teacher stuck in traffic on his scooter. So go up to him from behind and go, "Hey sir," really loudly. I kinda wanted to scare him a little bit. But he freaked out when he heard me, and while turning his head to look at me, he also pushed on the accelerator and drove right into another scooter that was in front of him, all the while screaming and cursing me out. I was laughing so hard, but also felt really bad for him. Oops. The time I kicked that boy in the face because he tried to look under my skirt Elementary school days were the best. I was around 9 when I was able to build my first paper aeroplane in class. The teacher had gone to the toilet, so I decided it was the best time to play it. As I launched it, it went right across the room and made the pointy front tip hit my classmate straight in the eye. I was sent straight to the office and my classmate had to go home and probably wasn't in school for a week. Oddly enough, we still stay in touch and he's fine. It was at a track meet at the concession stand, or maybe somewhere else, I don't know. Cashier: okay, that will be $2 plus tax. Me, like 8 years old, but I didn't order tax. At my 13th birthday party I was laughing hard and went to lean back against the wall. I fell through. Whole room laughed hysterically and I laughed so hard I nearly stopped breathing. Okay, so picture this: a 20-year-old craptastic Honda Accord with 4 wayward teenagers inside. I'm driving one hand out the window and flipping off my friend in the backseat while we are stopped at a red light. The light turns green. Or so I thought. I step on the gas and my car screeches forward about halfway through before I realize I'm running a red light. Hand still out the window flipping the bird. What did I do? Only the most logical answer. I reversed back to my original spot. Being sneaky when my friend group was 15 or 16 getting drunk in one of our basements. One of my friends randomly starts to have a mental breakdown and literally turns into a demon. Strips off 100% of his clothes. Yelling the most racist and homophobic things. Pummeling anything that comes near. It took 3 of us to stop this stark nude possessed crazy person from running upstairs and attacking the other guy's parents. Out of context, it definitely would have been a sight to see. Was in a chemistry class for college when I was around 17. I had to sit near the front due to hearing issues, but we were going over model answers for a test we'd done. Everyone had done pretty rubbish on it, so the teacher was really angry at everyone and kept being her usual passive-aggressive self. I wasn't really paying attention because I hadn't done too badly on the test, so I was zoned out, but still looked like I was paying attention. I don't even know what sparked it, that's how much I wasn't paying attention, but the teacher suddenly just yelled, "What the fuck is wrong with you all?" And it scared me so much that I jumped out of my chair and threw my water bottle. I have no idea why I did it, but she genuinely made me jump, and for some reason my first instinct was to launch my water bottle at the board. I think if it would have been recorded, my embarrassing moment would have went viral for all to see. Half of me is glad because my friends never let me live it down, and half of me is sad that nobody will ever see it. I pooped my pants. As an adult, it looked like I was struck by lightning or having a seizure. I was insanely drunk once at a party, like barely standing drunk. This guy walked past and I just grabbed him and tried to snog him. He pulled back surprised and I realized he was holding hands with a girl walking next to him, presumably his girlfriend. Not knowing what to do, I grabbed her and snogged her too. I believe they were quite good about it after my friends apologized and got me out of there. We got on the night bus. I threw up on my friend. Did not immediately remember it the following morning until she kindly filled in the gaps in my memory. My 4th grade teacher used to line up the class and race us during recess. He would legit beat us and then gloat in our faces about how he just destroyed us. "Hadda I beat you?" He did other things to that. If caught on video he probably would have been fired, lol. The 2 different trust falls I tried at a party within 5 minutes of each other, and both people stepped away, and I landed flat on my back. Good thing alcohol numbs both your physical and emotional feelings. Sometimes. Peas, it was my own house party too. When we had to write a college application essay for my 12th grade English class. So I wrote the most sarcastic essay possible. It was about my fictional uncle's funeral, which I was in charge of planning, and where I learned many valuable lessons, such as that Highway to Hell is not the correct music for such an event, and that there are better times to rent a bouncy house. I turned it in, along with everyone else's essays, to be read out loud by the teacher for feedback from the class. It was optional. You didn't have to have your essay read out loud. Once at a school car pickup, there was a teacher that told people to stop looking at their phones to find their parents' car. I was texting my dad and she took it. So, My friend had an idea to use his water bottle and pretend it was a phone. We did it. And it worked perfectly. We were all looking at it. So she went up to us and said, "Do I need to take another one?" It wasn't long before she realized her mistake. After this, she had a defeated look on her face and gave the phone back to me. When I was younger, I was playing The Floor is Lava with my brother, as you do. I slipped and fell off the sofa and instantly felt excruciating pain in my arm. We went straight to the hospital and they did an X-ray. It was broken, which meant they had to put it in a cast. Once they were done putting it in a cast, my mum asked me if it felt better. I replied with, "Yeah, but when are they going to do the other one? They plastered the wrong fucking arm."